and fly with me. Let's fly away.
Howdy, howdy, everyone. Just wanted to welcome all of you aboard Southwest Airlines Flight 927. We're heading on over to Spokane from Denver. We flew this plane up from Houston, Austin, Denver. Now we're going to get on our way to Spokane, Washington. I'm departing here in about 18 minutes or so. So it's going to go ahead, hop in the aircraft, and we're going to get ready to go. Alright, so this state is exactly the way it was, you know, when we landed and stuff, so let's go ahead and start planning out our new route. First of all, we can realign the IRSs. Alright, we're at Denver. Wish I could put the gate in, but that obviously doesn't work. Let's check the parking charts. Make sure we got the right coordinates here. We are at gate Charlie 46. So Charlie 46 should be November 3951.8, Whiskey 104, 40.3. Perfect. Alright. We're flying Denver, Spokane 01. Operating at Southwest 927. Let's check the wind again in Denver to make sure we got the right wind and everything. We don't want to get the wrong wind and then all screwed up. Oh, variable. Nice. So let me listen to Addons real quick here. I don't know if you guys will hear it because it's in my headphones, but let's see if I can see what Addons is doing here. Alright, we're going to be using runway 34 right. So we'll be departing runway 34 right. And we're going to be on the Yami 3. I'll go ahead and put my domestic dispatch release and the flight plans, the charts. I'll put them all in a PDF and put them up in the comments section so you can go ahead, in the description you can go ahead. You know, you can take a look at the flight plan and the charts we'll be using, and we could follow along if you'd like. Let's see, we are on the Yami 3 via off 34 right, and it's to LAR. Perfect. Let's check our route real quick here. Yami 3 LAR, Juliet 175 to DBS Juliet 52 GG, and then we'll be direct to Spokane. Perfect. This guy will just insta-load the fuel. Fuel on board today is going to be 19,807, and our zero fuel weight is 107.8. 27.6, perfect. 22.7. Fuel 19.8. Our zero fuel weight is 107.8. 5 in the reserves, cost index is 40. Cruising at level 360. Cruise wind is going to be 301 at 88. And the ISO deviation is going to be +1. Execute that. We're going to be doing a 22K D rate. Lapse 5. CG 22.7, 5.68 on the trim. And then our takeoff reference, our takeoff V-speed is going to be 126, 128, 134. So we can go ahead, we push at 1900 Z so we can go ahead and begin boarding. Probably have to restart it, and then Insta-poppers. And then we will open it. Set this up, we're going to be cruising at 36,000 feet. Spokane field elevation is going to be 2,400. Alright, people are boarding. He's off, he's on. Turn the window heat on. Perfect. Set that RTO. Let's see, runway heading is going to be 353. We had no ATC, so we're just going to climb up to 36,000 feet. I gotta do it off of here. If I try to do it off my MCP, it'll freak out. There we go. We're going to be 154. It's going to be our climb out. So, let's see. Again, we are at Charlie 46 here in Denver. Usually I have traffic all the way up, but because I'm recording, it just eats frames. So the only way to fix that is to essentially get rid of traffic. Have minimal aircraft just, you know, chilling. There's a couple over here. A couple Southwest guys, a United guy, and that's pretty much it. Because I'm recording, so it just takes frames, destroys them. Alrighty, just gonna do some dispatch work here, go over a couple numbers on my dispatch, make sure everything works out, and we'll be back in a little bit. Alright, and took care of all the paperwork stuff, so let's go ahead and we're gonna do the before start checklist. Before start checklist, oxygen mass quantities checked, AC's on, navigation switch is normal, display switch is auto normal. Fuel is going to be 19,800 pounds with 16,900 pounds. Center pumps are going to be on. Passenger signs on. Window heat on. Hydraulic pump stays off. He's on. Pressurization is set auto. Auto throttles off. Flight instruments 29er72 cross checked. Auto brakes RTO. Takeoff warning 1. And let's see. Yeah, it's doing the overwing. There we go. Takeoff warning horn is checked. Parking brakes set, aileron, and rudder trim is centered before start checklist complete. So before we push, you're going to see we're on November 7826 Bravo. A little history behind this aircraft. It came from China Eastern. Southwest picked it up a couple months ago and turned into a Southwest aircraft. Most Southwest aircrafts have the Collins MCP. The white digits with the black background, or blue, dark blue, whatever. And I was looking because obviously they picked this aircraft up from China Eastern, so it's, you know, maybe it's not going to be the exact same configuration as a normal Southwest plane. And the only cockpit pick I could find, it had the Honeywell MCP. Don't know if they change that out when they get new aircraft, but just for a little variety, I threw the Honeywell MCP in this one. So just assuming maybe that, you know, they got it and they just never change out MCPs, so flying with a Honeywell, something a little different. Don't really fly with this MCP at all, so nice to have something a little different up there. We are out of here in about 5 minutes, so we can go ahead and start the APU. APU's starting. Let's see, I think, yeah, the baggage guys are done, so we can go ahead and shut the baggage doors. Alright, so I'll wait for our APU to start, and then once the APU starts, we'll have to delay the APU bleed switch going on, just because you have to wait 1 minute after the APU starts up to let any of the quote-unquote stank air get out of the lines, and then you can set the APU bleed air. You don't want to be pumping that air into the cabin and have people smelling that, so we'll wait on that. Other than that, everyone's boarding up, and we'll be on our way to Spokane in a little bit. We got 118 on board today. So everyone's actually just finished boarding now. Perfect. Again, we are on the EME 3 departure, and we are, the only transition out of here is LAR, or Laramie, I think it's called. Laramie VOR. So that's going to be our transition. APU bleed. APU started. We'll just, again, wait the 1 minute on the APU bleed air. We can go ahead and do the before push checklist. Right, before push checklist, 0 fuel weight, 107.8 set, takeoff weight 127.6 cross checked. N1s are going to be 95.3 reduced set. Oops. Minimum cleanup altitude is going to be 7,400 feet, planned flaps OPC 5, CDU 5. V speeds are going to be 126, 128, 134 set. Stab trim should be 5.7. Set, flight deck door, lights out. Before start checklist complete. Right, we can go ahead and APU bleed can come on. Right, that can go off. We can go ahead and shut the door, disconnect the jetway, and get GSX ready. We're going to push back, we're going to go tail.
And ground cockpit, we're ready for pushback.
We'll go ahead and, while the dog walks around, we'll go ahead and close all that stuff. Make sure again we are good, which we are. Turn on our transponder. We'll just squawk 2000, just as if we were on VATSIM with no ATC. Good little habit.
Locking gear. Departure check completed, Captain. Bypass pin inserted. And release parking brakes, sir.
Right, brakes released.
Commencing the push, Captain. Start engines at your discretion.
Alright, as normal, start sequence is going to be 2, then 1, starting number 2. Start number 2. Looks like he's spazzing out a little bit. Yeah. He looks like he's walking a little funny. And we're just departing runway 34 right. I grabbed Addons, that's what they were doing. Starter cut out. Pack auto, isolation valve closed, starter left, starting number 1. Alright, so I let the number 1 engine start up here.
And set parking brakes, please.
Brakes are set. And that was number 1. Lovely afternoon here in Denver, Colorado.
Unlocking gear.
Rockies out there.
Captain, the tow truck is disconnected and the bypass pin is removed.
Little towers there. It's looking good. Looking very good. Alright, we can set flaps 5. The rest of the aircraft is ready to go.
Left and right both clear.
There's that little guy. There he is. Thank you. Alright, before taxi checklist. Electrical, generators on, probe on, NTS off, flight controls free, flap CDU 5 indicates 5, green light. Transponder TARA, and our car system is started before taxi checklist. Alright. Let's get on our way, turn on our lights. Alright. Head on over to 3-4 right. Yeah, this is version 1. I think it's 1.2 in Denver. It came out like 3 days ago. It had a couple fixes in it, but the most notable fix, at least for me, considering that I fly Southwest, is that they lengthened the Charlie concourse. They only had up to like Charlie, I forget what it was. They only had like half the concourse done when the scenery came out, and they had the extension that starts like right here. So it only went up to about here. So it's nice we got the extension now. So it's nice to fly when we're supposed to park at Charlie 25. We can actually go there. Just stuck going to a non-existent gate. So very happy about that. Love the snow textures. It really adds something that we really don't get with a lot of other scenery. So really looking forward to it. SXAD Nashville is coming out Friday. That's December 9th or something like that. So 9th, yeah, it's the 11th. So December 11th, Nashville comes out. Really looking forward to that. I know one person who's really looking forward to that, and he actually helped the guy out that's designing it. So definitely really looking forward to that airport. That's my favorite place to go to. Probably where I'm going to be going to college. So it'll be very nice to get a nice rendition of Nashville place. The default Nashville, and even Mach 1 scenery Nashville is just not the undulation. He's doing just like they did in Denver with terrain elevations and stuff, and you don't have that. The airport itself and flight sim, when it's flat to what it looks like in the real world, they're just two different things. So really looking forward to flying into Nashville. I am recording this is Wednesday night, so it should be up probably tomorrow, so you'll probably be watching this Thursday afternoon, so tomorrow it should be out. So if you're watching this tomorrow, is when the scenery should be out. I don't know if it's coming out. That's the last I knew as of last week. So we're going to make a left here into Foxtrot 1. Let the flight attendants know we're getting ready to get out of here. And we're going to be on our way. I'll see they even updated the Frontier logo on the thing there, and I think they did United. Yeah, they did. So they added some logos. So that's really nice. Check no one on the approach ends. Alright, we can get out of here. Double, triple check it, making sure everything's okay before takeoff checklist. Attendant notification complete. Electrical jarns on, NTS off. PAX auto bleeds on. Start switch is left continuous. APU is off. Start levers are idle. Recall is clear before takeoff checklist complete. Let's get out of here. Line her up. Let's go flying. Radar and start the clock. Positive brake. You're up. That's right. Pick up some airspeed here. Start retracting the flaps. Speed up to about 190 flaps 1. Flaps 1. Off, landing gear off. And do 250 knots. And we are on our way to Spokane. Pressurization checked. Start switch is off. AP was off. Climb checklist complete. And we can excel now to 296. I love hand flapping this aircraft. It just, once you trim it out, it just flies so well. Really, really awesome. Alright, so after about an hour of cruising, we're about 40 miles away from our top of descent here. I just checked the weather over there in Spokane, and winds right now are 22015, so we'll go ahead expecting ILS runway 21. I'll go ahead and set that up. The localizer is 111.9. 1, so we have that set up. The course is going to be 210. So we got 210 on the course there, and ILS decision height of 200 feet. And the Addons is set here in case you want to listen to it when we get closer. So again, we'll be getting our descent in just a couple of minutes. So we'll see you guys soon. Alright, so we're about to begin our descent into Spokane here. We're going to go ahead and set our altitude down to, we can do about 20,000 for right now. For our initial descent, we can go ahead and set up the ILS runway 21. And execute that. And we go ahead, we'll just level change for right now. Down, since we're not actually flying any star, we kind of have to do it ourselves, and since there's no ATC, we kind of just have to get ourselves down. But I said we do level change right now, Mach 0.78 on our way down to flight level 200, and then we'll start more with that. We can go ahead and vector ourselves, probably fly heading here 320. Actually, you know what, we can just leave that 305 because of the wind. So we'll fly heading 305 for right now, and continue the descent down to Spokane. Current weather right now, there's a wind shift. We got winds out of the south now at about 5 miles an hour, and just a few clouds at 8,000 feet. Temperature is 41 degrees. So we're going to stay on 21, obviously. We're down on 21. We are going to gate Alpha 13 today. So we're going to land on runway 21. When we look at the airport chart, we'll just do auto brakes 2, and we'll turn off at Alpha 4 to Alpha to Tango 4, and head on into the gates. So down to Spokane we go. Go ahead and get our VREF here. We got flap 30 VREF, we 127. We got auto brakes 2, 200 feet on the radial altimeter, so let's go ahead and do the descent checklist. Descent checklist, altimeters and bugs set cross-checked. VREF 127, V target 132, set noted. Auto brakes are 2, packs are auto, start switches are continuous, recall is clear. Descent checklist complete. Looking pretty good under descent. We're gonna take it back to 250 knots now. And we're about 40 miles from the ILS, so we're pretty close. that set up now. Go ahead. Head on down to 5,000. Something I actually don't see a lot of people use nowadays is vertical speed. When you're coming in on an approach like this, I really do like being able to use vertical speed so you get your descent timed up pretty much right where you want it. And if you're doing it slow enough, at least in the 737, it makes it a lot easier to slow down than level changing all the way down, then leveling off, and then still being at 240 knots. So I have to pull the power back. So I know like this, 1,000 feet per minute, I can definitely slow down and still be descending. Go ahead and put the terrain on. View the terrain down there. It's been a while since I've been in Spokane. Instructions of it looks like some antennas, so we're going to keep flying on this. We're not going to cut it in any more than we need to. This is plenty. We are about 20 miles out, so we can go on down. The mountain's getting a little bumpy. We can go ahead and go on down to, let's say, 4,000. Put the vertical speed at 1,000 for right now and see what that gives us. About 1,300, let's say, and we'll bring it back to 220. Speed breaks up. Definitely from the wind, we are definitely getting bumped around quite a bit. So speed breaks up, and hopefully that'll slow us down a little bit more. We can always turn right if we need to give ourselves a little more room before getting into Spokane. And just the 737 is a very slippery aircraft. It is not easy to slow down in this, and it does not like to slow down. It can descend, but people try to slow down while you're descending. It's not the easiest thing to do in the world in this plane, so you definitely have to, if you've flown it before, you definitely know that you have to take a lot more room to plan out versus like you would, let's say, probably like a Dash 8 or something like that. I've watched Bellins a little bit, watching Dash 8 in that plane. Like you said in the one video, you can fly it like a Ferrari. You can bring it in fast, slow it down, drop the gear, and you can do all sorts of stuff. Here, you really got to be real ginger with how you do stuff. You can't try to get the plane to descend quickly and slow down quickly. That does not work. This is the city of Spokane now. Just bump our nose there. Alright, we're coming up now on 4,000 feet. So we can go ahead. Let's just give ourselves a heading of 270. For right now, I think that should be plenty. And we can put the speed brakes back down. We are coming up on 10 miles here. Gotta love it when go ahead and set her back to 200. And just now, we're slow enough now, I feel comfortable we can just fly direct Sigmo. Or Sigyo, whatever it is. So we can actually give ourselves, we can take us back to about 180 now. See the Spokane, Washington right there. This little residential area. And there's Spokane, so we go flaps 5. We can actually go flaps 15 and gear down. Get the Vorlock in. Set 140 on the speed. Alright, we're going to be turning final, so we'll set our approach speed to 127. Take out the autopilot. Start hand flying, we go flaps 30. And look at that, we rolled out on pretty much a 5-mile final, which is definitely nice. Definitely nice. Landing on runway 21 in Spokane. Again, just start trimming it out for ourselves and get it all set up. If you look off about our 2 o'clock, that's Fairchild Air Force Base. It's not Spokane International. I'm sure if you're not familiar here and you're really not paying attention, it might be pretty easy to look at that and think that's Spokane, but that is Fairchild Air Force Base. Alright, landing checklist, speed brakes, armed, green light, landing gear, down, green, flaps 30, green light, landing checklist complete. We're a little left, we're a little to the left of the localizer, so correct a little right. Have a pretty nice approach here to Spokane. 1,000. Southwest. Keep those reversers in, keep the brakes going. There you go. Now that's a Southwest landing. Alright, welcome to Spokane. Love how my frames just killed themselves. Fly to Denver, find them here, nothing here. This kind of scenery, the frames just kill themselves. Start the APU. That's okay. I'm just gonna reload it. See what happens, because those gates aren't even correct, so maybe for some reason it didn't load in the airport correctly. But we are supposed to be going to Alpha 13, which is this gate right here. Why do my frames just all of a sudden just really suck? I mean, they're just awful. They're terrible. Terrible, terrible. Wow. Spokane, Washington, middle of nowhere, getting awful frames. Got a FSX on that one. Alright. There we go, so rig is set. Off with the engines. 2117, we've parked. Let's see if this is actually GSX has found itself. Nope, doesn't know what's going on. That's okay. That's why we start the APU. You just never know. Okay.